Hey divas, Ingrid here, playing some Beyonce. Thought I would come on live today. Wait for a few of you to get on. Oh, lots going down, guys. Lots of healing, processing, releasing. So I'll just wait for a few people to pop on and I will get this party started. While we're waiting, you're going to be watching this video later. Oh, here we go. Here's Amber. Who won the world, girls? Hey, guys. I won't give up my day job. Can't sing. I went to see CHER last night. Hey, everyone. I'm going to see Paw Patrol today. You can see my bra through this. Woohoo! Okay. Let me turn this off. Hey, Siri, turn that off. Hey. Tori, I'm going to speak to you too. Want to answer that question because I thought it was great. Siri, stop it. Be quiet. I'm in a great mood today. I'm actually a bit delirious. Hey, Adora, because I didn't have much sleep last night or the night before. I had a massive fight with my husband. It's actually a dress. Dress, sparkle. Got leggings on underneath. Oh my God. Massive fight. And the reason it was sort of not a fight, it was like a call into action, a call for healing, a call for change. And I made a decision a long time ago. Hey, gorgeous ones. Yes, from CHER last night. So I want to share a bit about that to Paw Patrol today. It's my life. Anyway. Got my dad in palliative care. I'm going to go and see him in the hospital, picking up my other parents-in-law today. I just went to the beach, had a beautiful time. And yes, this fight with my husband, if you want to call it that, really it was intense. And why am I sharing this today? Why? Because I want to be honest. I want to be truthful. I'm just so over having to try to get it right and have people also get the power of my work, give enough content, give it the right way, package it up the right way. I'm just so done with being anything but just my authentic self. So I'm a mystic. Hi, I'm Ingrid Anna, if you don't know me. I'm a mystic, I'm a healer, I'm a transformational teacher, and I'm a fierce as fuck leader for women. I stand for the political, social, and economic power of women. And as I grow and expand in my own life, hey, Shelley, hey, Tori, of course, there's going to be stuff that comes up to be released. I'm a human being going through every single thing that you all are going through too at different levels at different times. So I just want to keep it really real. So anyway, we had this thing and it was really, I had a beautiful girl who works with me, Lisa, most of you know her, with us at the beach. And there was just something that happened where I felt that my husband he said that he would do something. And I was like, yes. But then his behavior didn't reflect that. Like he actually dishonored his promise, basically. And I'm not very good with that sort of stuff. And I don't think it's acceptable because I work so hard to honor my word. And I think in order to have a really deeply trusting relationship, you have to honor your word. And that is, it is also the same thing with business. Business is a relationship. I was just speaking to one of my beautiful divas who did a sales call, and we introduced this woman to a finance department. And I was thinking, why is it that I keep having people who also work with me and then keep buying from me and things like that? Is because once they get to work with me, they see that I do honor my word and there is a level of generosity. And I like to receive that as well. I want to receive that in my personal life, in my business, with my team. I'm very generous, but I'm also very fierce because I won't carry people, right? I won't abuse myself in order to build a business, in order to be liked or loved. So there's constantly sometimes readjustments if I'm not receiving that, right? And I have to clearly articulate that in order to ensure that the people around me really hear it and get it, because you can't expect someone to follow a boundary if you don't set it clearly. So I've been going through that, but then through that emotion rising up, through that deeper level of call and respect for myself and deep trust that it's all happening for my highest, I always then go to the next level. Oh, hey, everyone. I didn't see everybody. Hey, Candace. Hey, Gabriella. Hey, everyone. Good morning. So there's big, rapid ascension happening. And whenever I make that shift in that call in my partnership with my team, like someone on my team like said something to me, oh, we really should have this in the background when we're doing our sales calls, and we should really have high-end empire. And I'm like, but it doesn't matter. What matters is your presence. What matters is your professionalism. If you want to have lighting, set up a scene. But you basically said that to me 3 times, and it's not my job. I'm not your assistant. You work for me. And if you want high-end empire in the background, why don't you go and find that? Because I don't have the time, and I actually don't think it's necessary. It's a cute idea. But if you want to do it, don't just talk to me about the same idea over and over again. Go and do it. So in order for me to run the business that I do run, I have to be very mindful, very clear. Otherwise, I just drag myself down, and I do that to myself. I also want to go in quickly to this too. I've got about another 6 minutes. So rapid Femme ascension right now. So if you're feeling a lot of emotion coming up, just hold yourself sacred. Trust in the process. Trust it. And stay true to your desire. I always come back to, well, what do I really want? And in order for me to receive that, what do I need to release? What do I need to claim? What do I need to ask for? What do I need to do? And what do I need to embody to move myself forward? Shelley just said, just unapologetic and indulged you for Eunice's sake. Well, we don't have any other, there's nothing else to be. And you just do have to be yourself, because as you know, you've heard of that saying, everyone else is taken. But in actual fact, if you want to really create an empire online, one of the most important things that you can possibly do is create intimacy. And you're never going to have an intimacy with anybody being fake. You're never going to have intimacy lying to somebody. And when you're not truly who you are and authentic in yourself, you are lying, you're being fake, right? And people can energetically feel it. So there's a big illusion that you need to be more in order to receive. And that's a complete falsity, right? It's not real. That's one of the biggest ways women drag themselves down into poverty, not only financially, but energetically, physically, and spiritually, is this premise or this idea of I need to be more in order to receive. The women who do really well with me, like I have women doing 50K in a matter of months working with me, like in their launches, actually 60K now. Molly just did, she shared in this group. I have girls that come to me and start doing 100K months. I don't go on about all of it. I've got people selling out their business schools in 6 weeks. Monique did that, I think 42 sales in 6 weeks. They get my work, they get the energy, and they run with it, and then they follow through very deliberately, and there's a sense of speed, but the speed isn't, and that's not everyone, some people take time, but there's this level of, okay, like another girl just joined the other day, she's already like created a new group, she's got 89 people who've joined, and she's like boom into it, she's got a new program offer. There's this sense of nowness, there's a sense of how do I serve? What do I need to do? And they just run with it, right? And I love that because it's a very buoyant energy. And, you know, one of these women who's just done that, like one of her beautiful son died only like, I don't know, 6 months ago. So it's not like these women don't have struggles, and it's a complete illusion to say that people don't. People see the exterior, but everyone is all going to have human suffering, right? But they just make a conscious choice to do it anyway. Not just online. You gave me the confidence to be me, and I do it in my real estate face-to-face. Love what you do. Love what you do. Yeah. And love what you do. And there's so many times, like, you know, like some woman, hey, Star, hey, Irma, thank you. And love what you do, and do it with who you love. Hello, right? Love what you do, but it's more than that. It's love what you do. Yes, Natalie. Love who you do it with, who you work with, who you draw in. And that is about alignment and really getting clear about who you serve. I went through this time where I had this sort of really needy women in my Empress group, a couple of them. Oh my God. And I remember one day it was like a sliding doors moment. And this woman, like I gave to her and gave to her and gave to her, and she just couldn't get it. And like I'd say things to her and she'd like go into fight, flight and not absorb anything. And it was like before I was doing a big talk. And I'm like, okay, I really wanted to be nourished this week. Do I serve this one person, or am I going to serve 500 plus my 300 students and my family and myself from a place of nourishment? And I remember looking at this inappropriate behavior that she was just acting like a real victim. And I looked at it and I was like, okay, bless you, love you. This is not my lane. I don't do this. I think you need more emotional, deep, like psychological support. And this is not my lane. I do deep emotional work and healing, but this type of dynamic that's happening isn't for me, and it's not where I want to put my attention. So I want to thank you for your time and your beauty, and I really wish you all the very best. I do think you're very talented. Good luck and goodbye. And then I focus on the people that I'm going to focus on, and then I tune my energy to make sure that I'm only attracting very heart-centered, respectful, aligned women who are no longer victims. Do you get what I'm saying? My quiet, true heart style is genuine, and it will attract. Doris, I've got people who make a lot of money who are introverts. You do not need to be, hey, Jack, you do not need to be extroverted. You just need to be present and real, and you do need to learn. Like people, I was talking about, what does it really take to sell $5,000 packages plus, right? And people were saying, some of them are my students, alignment, ownership. But one of the biggest things is, yes, you've got to have that package. The package needs to be really clearly laid out. You've actually got to have the offer. You're not going to sell a $5,000 package if you don't have the package ready. You need to have it on point. You need to have the prices on point. You need to actually own the resonance of the vibration of it all, right? And the outcome of it all and the transformation that you're providing people. Otherwise, whether it's 5K, 50K, $2,000, it's going to be out of alignment if you're not really fully in an ownership state of vibration. But even more than that, you need to clearly articulate, and I always call this your money IQ. When you're talking about money, and so many women haven't been taught this, you need to talk about it with a sense of power and authority and groundedness, so that the person that you're selling to feels safe. That they clearly know what the parameters are, not just what their financial investment is, but what you're actually going to do for them. So mostly I see so many women online, they do not clearly articulate. I don't even know what they do. I don't know how you can help me. I don't know what you do. And how am I ever going to buy from you? It's like literally, I think I did this on a video one time. It's like having the cure for cancer and not having a signpost up. We all wanted the cure for cancer. But if you're not clearly showing and demonstrating and letting people know that it exists, then how are we going to get it? How are we going to buy it? So this is all about voice and speaking up and being seen and getting visible. Get visible. Allow yourself to be seen. One of the girls came into my group, that one of my other groups, the Rich Diva group, saying, I don't feel seen. And I'm like, well, it starts with seeing yourself. It's actually an illusion. I had another beautiful girl, Daphne, who's an astrologer now, becoming a business coach, and she had that issue as well. She felt like she wasn't being seen, but it really was her inability at that time to really hold herself sacred and see herself. And when you see yourself, you will then be seen by others. So the illusion usually is, I'm not enough, people won't like me, I don't have anything important to say. And that's got to go. And a really great way to let that go and dissolve that is to start writing. I said this to my students the other day in my Diva Mind. What do you think I'm doing when I get up at 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning? What do you think I'm doing? I'm channeling content and information. It's my purpose. It's my calling. It's like playing the piano. It comes forward. I'm completely always downloading the information, right? The information that I want to share. And then I don't hide it. I share it. And then when I want to invite you in to work with me, I say, get on a call with one of my divas. I'm telling you what to do. I'm inviting you to make a choice, and I'm disconnected or detached from your choice. But I will make the invitation, and I'm not going to embarrass myself or feel ashamed, because I know that I have something potent to offer. So why would I feel ashamed? So we have to shift our relationship around selling. And I want to talk about, what else did I want to talk about today? The thing about CHER. Yeah, so I went to CHER last night. Hey, everybody. Hey. Sorry, I'm just seeing. Hey, Jan. Michelle says, yes, the most loving choice for self and others is often saying goodbye to those who take too much of your energy. Yeah, because then I'm here to serve thousands. I'm not here to, what, sorry? I'll come and say goodbye. I'm here to serve thousands of people, not 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 100. I'm here to serve thousands. Tori was actually asking a question too that I thought was great around one of my old client students. She's done really, really well. She went from $1,000 to $3,000 a day. And then she was talking about some other big copywriter who does $6,000 a day. And I know what she can do to get to $6,000 a day easily, if not $10,000 a day for her work. And I was asking people, well, what do you think that's worth in value if she doubled her income, right? And this person's already doubled or tripled her income working with me, and now she's coming to a new stage, right? Anyway, it's worth a lot. And I have someone wants to work privately with me, and I packaged up this 5 hours, and that's it. And then I'm going to be only doing very, very high-end exclusive packages for probably more people at around a 200K price point who want to go up to $500,000 to $1 million, that type of thing. But anyway, Tori asked me, so is it your responsibility or something if she doesn't implement it? And I think that's another really big shift that I've made in my life. When I sell a product or work with someone, whether they're paying me 10 grand or 50 grand, at the end of the day, your responsibility is to deliver on what you've said you're going to do. That's why I really like to clearly outline, before I even go into any contractual arrangement with anybody, I outline the core outcomes. If it's a private high end, I specifically get really clear, and I will ask the client, what do you want? Where do you want to go? And here's what I will deliver. But you can never promise someone like that financial return, because at the end of the day, if they don't do the work, unless you're doing, like, even if you're doing done for you, they then say you did a done for you webinar funnel for someone. If that person doesn't know how to sell, or their then product isn't like at the highest level, then that funnel eventually is not going to work, because people are going to complain. They're not going to have really great social proof. So it's a co-creation always. You need to be responsible for what you're part of the offer, and then your clients have to be responsible for their part of the journey, right? And you can't make anyone do anything. You can be inspiring, you can help them move through their lower level blocks and their sabotage as best you can, and give from your heart in that way. You can do mindset training, emotional clearing work. We do all of that. And at the end of the day, the women that do the best with me are the ones that say, I'm going to make this rock, and they do whatever it takes. They ask me heaps of questions. They constantly show up to the classes. They are the ones that rock it, and they're the ones that will continue to rock it. And really, that's the only way to succeed in life at anything, is to do the work, to apply, and to take personal responsibility. So when we go into this over too much sort of like responsibility, kind of doing it for people, we drag down our vibrational energy, and we actually go into usually what you would call a kind of codependent relationship, because what you're trying to do is say, okay, well, I've been paid 10 grand. I'm going to really, really prove now how valuable my work is. And I'm kind of going to go into this carrying energy. And that's not good for the client either, because if you're really going to be a teacher, you need to teach people to stand on their own 2 feet, right? So when a client comes to work with me and she goes off into the wilderness, she's skilled, right? And people don't become skilled by us doing it for them all the time. It's just a draining energy. And I think I've said before, if I had that vibration still going on, and I have done that before, I'd probably be a catatonic mess, and I certainly wouldn't have the business that I have. I don't mean financially, all the energies and all the frequencies and all the people that I have to hold space for. I would literally fall over. I would be physically sick, and I have done that to myself before. Hey, gorgeouses. So at the end of the day, you're responsible for what you say, and then the client is responsible for their part of the journey. Otherwise, it doesn't work. When a client of mine does 600K on a launch 5 months after working with me, I sure as shit, and that was my client Rendina, she is applying the work. She is doing the work. She is like rocking it and taking every skerrick of what I have to offer and running with it, right? Teresa, I know that you've been feeling a lot of emotion, girlfriend. Your breakthrough is happening right now. And when your back up is against the wall and you just feel like everything is crumbling around you, just hold yourself sacred. It's your inner child that needs lots of love, and just decide that in this moment you're healed and you're whole and that you're a rich, divine, sacred woman, and give yourself permission to be seen and to sell from a deep heart space. Right? Does that make sense? Hey, everyone. Hey, Chris. Yes, we're not here to enable. Yeah, it doesn't. I have so much more energy to do my work, to be in my life, to be with my daughter, to have fun, playfulness, to create new content, to create new products, when I'm not constantly like dragged down by that energy. And then really at the end of the day, I'm perpetuating it, right? I'm the one that's driving that, because it doesn't just exist. It exists because I'm the one perpetuating that struggle. So at the end of the day, if you had a struggle in your life, you have to look at yourself with love. You don't blame yourself and attack yourself for having the struggle. I'm just giving everyone love. You want to look at it and say, okay, well, what do I need to release? What do I need to reclaim? And who is the woman that's doing the consistent 10K, 20K, 30K, 50K, 100K months? Who is she? What does she embody? How does she show up? What is her frequency like? So it's like your future jumping into the next reality of who you are. You will never create your next reality from your lack-based state, right? So you want to go into the future dimensions of the reality of that reality of you, right? So say I now want to build my business up to 5 million. Say I want to have thousands of women in my membership program, which I do. I have a membership program that I'm launching called $1 Million Diva. It's going to be the most full-on healing platform in the world. That's what I've set that intention. It's valued at over $3,000 a month. It will be $97 a month, no contracts. It's a collection of high priestesses, kinesiologists, and healers. That is it. And I spoke to actually a really big marketing guru guy the other day, and he didn't get my brand at all. He was like, and ended up blowing him off, not because I don't think he's talented, but just at this moment, I don't think he understands my brand. And I said, I'm not here to do marketing jargon. I can teach funnels and all of that. That's not me. My message is far deeper than that. And I'm here to take a stand for women's ascension and rapid healing, so that women can actually come into positions of leadership and change this society, right, for the greater good. So I ground in, I see the students, I tune into, well, what does the package need to be? How many healers have I got there? And if I really had 1,000 people a month or up to 10,000 people a month joining this platform, what's the strategy that I'm putting into place to drive the traffic and to bring those people in? Who do I need to be? What am I talking about online? How am I virally going to create that impact? So I'm already downloading it. I'm already, like, as I'm talking to you, I can see it, right? And then I start to map out my content, what I'll be teaching, the key messages that I must bring forward, that must be heard. And then I look at all the gaps in my business. Okay, if we had that many people and we were doing this and this and this, like, how do I scale it? Well, I can scale it because there's no private time. I've got a massive team that I pulled in to help me there. At first, it was just myself and one of my partners, Rebecca. But now I've got a whole lot of different women who are doing sessions there. So it's a session, like a couple of sessions every week, I think, that people are getting for this price point. It's going to be so good. It's going to change the platform of healing. And that's just awesome. You know, we are your marketing. Yes. So I can't wait for that. But I'm constantly looking at, okay, well then what are the pieces? And so even recently with my team, I was like, well, we're now moving our offices. We're putting things in different places. We're hiring a new tech guy. Even though my husband's tech, he can't keep up with it. We need another guy on our team. Are you calling me? I think that's my daughter. Anyway, I better go. I've got to go to Paw Patrol. Are you trying to get me? Come and say goodbye to my friends. Love the men, but not me get us. Yes. That person needs to hire me, not the other way around. So I think we can learn from these different so-called men. But in terms of messaging, I used to work in advertising with a whole lot of blokes in New York City. I was an ad executive at 28, so I know that type of person. Okay, guys. Anyway, I'm sending you so much love, blessings, blessings, blessings. And I think the biggest takeaway that I got from CHER is that with all the negativity and all the people telling her they didn't like her looks and what she looks like, that never stopped her. She just owned herself fully. And I remember she told a story last night about her being in debt and the tax man trying to like track her down. And, you know, she's gone through real struggle to rise up into an absolute superstar, and she backed herself every second of the way, even when people were telling her she couldn't do it. So I think that's one of my, what are you doing, darling? Key takeaways from her. What? And she loves a bit of plastic surgery, which I might be getting to down the line.
Wait. And you just put your ear in this square.
And she has no shame about it. Okay, darling. Oh.
Just put your ear in the square.
Okay, great. Do you want to say goodbye to all my friends?
I can break, but you can.
Doesn't she look cute? Okay, guys. Pleasure, Chelsea. And Teresa, just go and give yourself loads of love. You too, Star. Everybody, yeah, there is a lot of intense energy coming up at the moment. So people probably always say that. But at the moment, I think what's happening is the old paradigms really are falling away. So on a deeper level. And so it is a bit of that rebirth. And there might be anger, rage, grief. Just allow yourself to feel safe in that emotion. And I better go. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Have a beautiful day, guys. Bye. End video. End video. Doesn't want to go.